In the quiet Baltimore suburb of Joppatown, Maryland, a horrific crime unfolded in the spring of 2012 that stunned the nation and rattled even the most seasoned investigators. A promising college student, bright, articulate, and ambitious, was hiding a darkness few could have imagined. When the truth came to light, it wasn't just murder. It was something far more disturbing. This is the story of Alex Kinyua, 21-year-old Morgan State University student, accused of murdering his housemate and consuming parts of his body, and the tragic downfall of Kujoe Bonsafo Agyei-Kodie, a man who dreamed of one day becoming the president of Ghana. Welcome to Mystery Unveiled. Thank you, my viewers. A special thank you to our loyal subscribers for joining us as we uncover the darkest, most gripping true crime stories every single day. Your support fuels our mission to bring you both infamous cases and chilling untold mysteries. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Kujoe Bonsafo Agyei-Kodie was a man with a vision. Born and raised in Ghana, he was the son of a respected banker and a student of the finest institution, St. Augustine's College in Cape Coast, followed by Presbyterian Boys Secondary School in Accra. He would go on to earn a degree in chemical engineering from the prestigious Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Ambitious and highly educated, Kujoe left Ghana for the United States, hoping to advance his studies, build a career, and eventually return home to serve his country. But life in the US proved difficult. In 2008, Kujoe's life took a dramatic turn. He was convicted in Baltimore County on multiple charges: assault, harassment, and a sex offense involving repeated phone calls to a woman. He maintained his innocence, and those close to him believed his version of the events. Regardless, he served time in prison and was later ordered deported in 2010. But paperwork delays him in legal limbo. He couldn't return to Ghana, and he couldn't move forward in the US. Desperate to get back on his feet, Kujoe accepted an invitation from a longtime friend, Professor Alex Kinyua. Anthony, a physics professor at Morgan State University, opened the doors of his home to help Kujoe restart his life. It was an act of kindness, one that would unknowingly lead to tragedy. The Kinyua family, originally from Kenya, had settled in Maryland and built a respectable life. Professor Kinyua was a well-regarded academic. His son, Alex Kinyua, was a student at Morgan State, studying engineering, bright, articulate, and a member of the ROTC program, training for a future in military leadership. But beneath the surface, Alex was beginning to unravel. In December 2011, a troubling incident occurred on campus. Alex had an outburst in the ROTC computer lab, punching holes in the walls during what seemed like an emotional breakdown. The episode was alarming enough for a military instructor to make a chilling comment. Staff Sergeant Robert Edwards told fellow instructors, "This kid is a Virginia Tech waiting to happen." That report, quietly filed, would become hauntingly prophetic. Alex was removed from campus temporarily. Campus police noted the outburst, but declined to pursue a psychological evaluation. He was released into the custody of his father. His behavior only grew more erratic. By early 2012, Alex Kinyua was posting increasingly bizarre and disturbing messages online. On Facebook, he ranted about ethnic cleansing, secret plots, and university shootings. He referenced Virginia Tech repeatedly. He claimed the US was heading toward a violent reckoning, where ethnic war and blood sacrifices would play a role in some dark awakening. In January, at a university forum, he made a cryptic statement about hazing policies. He proposed the idea of including a blood sacrifice, a comment that was met with nervous applause. No one seemed to grasp the gravity of what he was suggesting. Was it performance art? A cry for help? Or was it a window into a mind descending into madness? On May 19, 2012, just days before the murder, Alex violently attacked another student on Morgan State's campus. Armed with a baseball bat, he beat the man with such force that the victim suffered a fractured skull and lost sight in one eye. Alex was arrested and charged. His bail was set at $220,000, which was posted shortly after. Now, free again, he returned home. Living in that home at the time was Kujoe Agyei-Kodie. On May 25th, Kujoe vanished. The family claimed he had gone out for a run and never returned. A missing persons report was filed. Friends and family, both in Maryland and back in Ghana, were frantic. This was unlike him. Days passed. Then, a discovery. In the basement laundry room of the Kinyua home, Alex's brother made a gruesome find: a severed human head and two hands hidden in metal tins. He immediately told his father. When confronted, Alex denied everything. He claimed the remains were animal bones. But the next day, he confessed. He told detectives that he had killed Kujoe with a knife. He dismembered the body, and then he admitted to eating parts of Kujoe's heart and brain. The news broke like a thunderclap. A student at Morgan State University has confessed to one of the most gruesome crimes in Maryland's history. Headlines exploded with words like cannibal and madness. The community was in disbelief. How could a young man so full of promise commit such a monstrous act? Morgan State University was suddenly under scrutiny. Questions arose about the ROTC incident, the Facebook posts, and the mental health warnings that were seemingly ignored. Was this tragedy preventable? Back in Ghana, the Agyei-Kodie family mourned a man who had always placed education above all else. Gloria Boahema Asante, Kujoe's youngest sister, could hardly believe the news. "We saw his picture with that big smile. We didn't want to believe he was dead," she told reporters. Irene Konadu Asante, another sister, recalled his last phone call on Mother's Day. Kujoe had expressed his desire to come home soon. He even asked Irene's husband to look for jobs for him in Ghana. His dream was to return home and serve his people. That dream would never come true. Who was Alex Kinyua? A brilliant young mind, twisted by mental illness. A radicalized individual caught in his own violent ideologies. Or something else entirely? Interviews with friends and classmates painted a mixed picture. Some said he was quiet and reserved. Others described him as intense obsessed with martial arts, conspiracy theories, and racial tensions. His descent seemed sudden, but in hindsight, the signs were everywhere. Alex Kinyua was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. He was held without bond. Mental health evaluations followed. In court, his defense would raise questions about his mental state, but the horror of his actions remained undeniable. The Agyei-Kodie family was left with heartbreak and unanswered questions, and the Morgan State community was left asking, how did no one stop this? 2 men, 2 lives, 2 nations. One, a dreamer who wanted to lead his country. The other, a man whose mind descended into darkness. Their paths crossed in a quiet suburban home in Maryland, with a tragedy that sent ripples across 2 continents. This is the story of Kujoe Bonsafo Agyei-Kodie and Alex Kinyua.